Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new FIFA 19 Ultimate Team episode of The Road to Glory. So, we are episode number 16, I believe it is today, and it's a long one. It's a doozy. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. And, if you wouldn't mind smashing that thumbs up button at the very start of this video, that would be amazing. Let's try and aim for 2,000 likes on episode 16. And don't forget to sub to the channel if you're new around here. So, you guys know what my teams look like, right? I've got the 4-1-2-1-2 side, Inform Ben Yedder and blah blah blah, and then we have this new team that I built off of the back of profiting loads from that man in right wing that is player of the month Lucas. So we were lucky enough to pack Christian Eriksen, which I've still got in the team. I want to use him a little bit, see how good he is on this game, but I still had loads of coins, so I built that nice team. Sold some more of the bronze pack method stuff that was currently selling, or the duplicates that I had and stuff, and you know, we started at like 15k when I was opening them and ended on like 20k, so we profited somewhat on the bronze pack method, and it's always super useful, right? Because for those of you that don't know, I'm sure you all do by now, bronze pack method, especially with the SBCs that have been coming out lately, people have been trying to make these different routes and methods of using certain bronze players. So check your club every day or so and see if you've got a whole bunch of bronze players in your club. It'd be best for you guys to have a little check and see if anyone's worth anything, because I check the random right backs from time to time, or random left backs, left wingers, right wingers, and the amount of times that it pops up that they're currently 2.5k because someone is either price fixing them at 5 to 10k, or someone's using them for an SBC at the moment or something like, and you can sell them on and make loads of coins. It's pretty useful. So I typically don't bother selling anything that is currently going for 200 coins. They're just going to sit in the club and fester a little bit until they're worth something, and I eventually will get rid of them, or I'll use them myself if I can possibly do that in an SBC. So you can see this first game here. I just went into some more FUT Division rivals. I knew that I was very far behind, catching up from rank 3 to rank 2, but I figured I'd give it a few games and see what I could muster up. I soon realized that I was just about catching up to the leaderboard, and then all of a sudden, you know, I had to edit and whatnot, and it would get away from me again. And then, of course, there was going to be 12 hours overnight where I slept before the rewards come, or when I needed to sleep before the rewards come, that it was just going to continue to go far and far away. So I needed to get like 3,000 or 4,000 points, which was just... It's not going to happen when you're getting draws like this, right? You know, it's I get a few FUT Champions qualification points, and you get the odd bit of skill rating and stuff, but you're not really getting a huge amount of the rank points which I needed. So I realized it was probably going to be a lost cause to try and get 3,000 or 4,000 points ahead in like a couple of hours. I don't know if that was possible, especially with how we've been playing again lately. Like you saw at the end of the last episode, we lost a couple games. I got a draw in the very first game right here today. Score a lovely volley with Rabiot right there. To be fair, really, really nice goal. The technique and stuff on that, I liked it. I really like this player. And you can probably tell by the title of this video that I'm switching to like a one-team setup. I've seen a lot of comments in the comment section, would you believe, that you think that now that we've got quite a lot of, well, two very good teams, it'll be best for me to use one team. I've stockpiled a lot of fitness and stuff, and they don't seem to be as expensive as people thought they might be. Whether that changes during the weekend league, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, like it would be best for me to learn one team rather than switching and having two different teams where, like, in one squad I've got a 4-star weak foot guy with 3-star skills, and another in the other squad in the same position I've got a 5-star skiller with 2-star weak foot. You know how it is, just like the differences and changes. Like obviously it's more difficult to learn two teams than it is to learn one. So yes, I totally agree with that, and we will be culling some players from both of our squads to make one squad which I'm super happy with, and we'll do that during this episode. You know, like I said, it's a really long episode. There's a whole bunch going down in today's video. I'll leave it at that. But we're 2-1 up in this game. Fekir goes for a rainbow flick volley, but it's saved by the goalkeeper. I think if I'd have hit that in the green, it would have had more chance to find its way into the back of the net, but unfortunately it didn't. And then he gets through and scores with Koyate. But considering both of my goals, I believe, in this match had come from Rabiot, it wasn't too unbelievable that his CDM was going to score a goal as well. And would you believe it, 2 games, 2 draws. That's really not pushing me up the ranks. And this was what was making me feel like, yeah, I'm just going to have to take my rank 3 rewards and move on. Yeah, no problem. We've profited tons lately, right? Next game, we come up against this nice Prem team. Heung-min Son, Fabinho, Lucas, Roberto Firmino. Some really, really nice players that I would absolutely love to have in my team. Hint, hint, maybe a couple of them might be coming into the squad later in this episode. But this was a game where I figured, just looking at the team alone, I was probably going to lose. If we were on the same level, I like the look of his squad versus the look of mine, I'd probably lose this game. But I go 1-0 up inside 20 minutes. Paulinho is there to stick that one into the back of the net. Do very much like him on this game. It's someone which is, I don't know, his price was actually higher than I thought it was going to be, considering he's in the Chinese Super League. But knowing that there's a few players that he can link to, getting that perfect link to Anderson Talisca as well, he's actually... that warrants the price. It warrants the price that he has, and I paid like 20k for him or something. I think he settled at around 16, 17, something like that. Probably the best goal we've scored on the road to glory so far as well. The way that Christian Eriksen, like, I meant that. I meant to flick it up and hit the volley. Not in a single, like, I did not think for a single second that it was going to fly in the way that it did, but I will definitely take it. And we go 2-0 up against this team, which, I don't know, this was a real close game. You could see at half-time, it even looks like my opponent had a better half, but I've managed to find the back of the net twice and keep him at bay. So I wasn't surprised 10 minutes or so into the second half when he was able to run down the other end and score. He finally got free with Heung-min Son, and that guy in front of goal just doesn't really miss, does he? So yeah, I was, you know, I figured that one was going to result in a goal, but we were able to hold out to the end of that game and actually get the win. So that was useful. We're now 700 points or so away from the weekend league, and that was where I left it. So yes, we will move on and see what rewards we get. I said I was going to do untradeable rewards this week, right? We'll get to them in a second. But I had some stuff in my club that I could complete these marquee matchups, the UEFA ones from a couple of days ago. Bayern versus Ajax, yes, I had to pay a little bit for some of the players, and yes, I had to pay over 4 or 5k for the Liverpool players in this squad, but that's a lot less than what they were costing. And we get two pretty good packs and a 3-player UCL pack as well, 3 Champions League players. I'm excited that I could potentially get something really good here. So that rolls around, and well, first pack, you can see we don't get boards, but we get a rare, and that's going to be Spurs left back Davies. So Ben Davies sells for like, or sold for like 1900 or something. That's all right, you know, it's not a discard player, and there was a whole bunch of players in that pack as well, so that's obviously pretty useful. Was that a mega pack? Maybe it looked like a mega pack. There's lots of good stuff in there. Next up then is the Prime Pack. What are we going to get from the Prime Pack? Can we get boards? No, unfortunately not. This SBC was not so super kind to me, but I did get Arnautovic, and I know that that's like a 3,500-4,000 coin player. Popular one from the Premier League. I know how good he is as well. He's actually really, really solid. If you haven't tried Arnautovic yet, check the review out on my channel and then give him a go, because you won't regret it. Trust me on that one. But then loads and loads of players once again. You know, another Spurs player there in Lamela, who probably sells for 2,000 coins as well. And now it's time for the UCL pack. That Champions League goodness. It goes blue. We get a board, which means we're getting someone half decent, right? And I get Russian centre mids from Monaco. That is going to be Golovin, which I don't know. I wasn't buzzing about. I had like visions in my head that I was going to be getting like Leroy Sané, or I don't know, an amazing Premier League player, someone that was going to sell, you know, Kevin De Bruyne or something. That would have been nice, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And yeah, so be it. So then a couple more SBCs came out. Under the Lights was one of them, and well, I figured I could get rid of a couple of players here that I'd already picked up, and we could complete another SBC. This was a way out. This seemed to be like a way out. If you got terrible UCL players, it seemed to be a good way to like cash out and get like a tradable pack. So this one you're going to get 500 coins and a rare Electrum pack. So like all rare, but silver and gold. So I feel like that's quite a good pack to get. So I was able to complete it for not very many coins. Had to buy a few people, but you know what we're doing here is just sort of cashing out on some rubbish players that we've packed. So we started at like 25k I think it was, and we're down to 10. So we need to try and work our way back up to 25, and then see what we can get from this pack right here. This is the rare Electrum. We do get boards, and this time it's going to be Spanish goalkeeper from Villarreal, I believe that badge is, and it is Sergio Asenjo. So 84 rated Spanish goalkeeper. That's not a bad pack if you're going to get boards, but you know, that's not bad. I don't think he sells for a super huge amount right now. So him and Pedro and other players there that I feel like will have a value at some point in time will probably go to the club. The rest of the stuff will go transfer list, and the silvers I will keep because they are always worth something at some point. And then I had enough players in the club that I could go ahead and get one of the 2-player UCL upgrade packs. So figured I would do that as well. A lot of those players were like untradeable, or I just completed it so that I could get another 2-player pack. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Let's see who we get in this, shall we? So once again, we see the boards come around. The blue along the bottom. We get Belgian. It happened again. I can't believe this. Like there's so many Champions League players out there, and I get a duplicate. This is like the second or third one of these that I've opened, and I get someone that I got in my very, very first one. So I get a dupe, and I had no other players in my club that I wanted to submit to get another one to like burn him and rinse him and use him in something. So I ended up just discarding him eventually. Now we finally get through to our Division Rivals rewards, and like I said to you guys, I was going to go with the untradeable rewards this week, going for 2 mega packs and 4 jumbo premium gold packs and 65-foot champs points. So that's always useful. But 6 packs, 6 untradeable packs, and they're not too bad at all. Like 4 15k packs is what, 60k worth of value, and then 70k's worth of value in the 2 mega packs. So that's a pretty decent amount of like value of packs there. We could have taken some coins, but I didn't really want to do that. We don't need any coins right now. Why not try it, test our luck, see what we can get in these 6 different packs, and then, well, if there's some rubbish left over, maybe I can throw them into some Champions League 2-player packs or something. That was the idea this week, seems as we got really lucky in the last couple of episodes, and I feel kind of coin rich right now. I don't necessarily need any extra coins at this point in time. First couple of packs weren't amazing, didn't get boards or anything. We get like Lecomte. Yeah, all right. You know, that's someone that I would quite happily throw into one of these Champions League SBCs. Same with Tevez, same with Villalba and whatever, and everyone else in there. Like, they're fine. If I get any players which I feel like could pop up in an SBC in the coming couple of days or something, like keeping someone like Van Ginkel, probably not a bad shout, because Chelsea often pop up in SBCs, whether it be for like Premier League Player of the Month, like people are saying Hazard might get it, or whether or not he comes up in marquee matchups, as Chelsea is a big popular team. That's someone that I'm likely to keep and not just throw away into an SBC. So yeah, that's exactly what that was the thought process anyway. A whole bunch more players here. That's obviously a good thing. And also getting a load of these players, if I do decide to just keep them in my club for like marquee matchups, we get boards, by the way, and this is going to be Kovacic from Chelsea, another good player to get. But if I was to keep a whole bunch of these players and marquee matchups comes around and I haven't submitted them all for 2-player UCL packs, then maybe I find it a lot easier to complete marquee matchups because I've got players in my club that have loyalty, and that means that I can build it nice and easily rather than looking for specific routes on the internet and stuff. So that could be a wise move, keeping them for marquee matchups, etc. We do get boards once again, but it's going to be French goalkeeper from Saint Etienne, who is Ruffier. Now, we currently use Ruffier in our squad, in one of our squads anyway, so he is someone that I can sell the tradable version of. We get John Stones right there as well. That's going to be useful for an SBC down the line, no doubt about it. But now's the time where I'm going to start the culling. I'm going to start getting rid of some players. Ben Yedder. Yeah, I bet you didn't think that was going to happen, did you? Luis Gustavo, he might go. I think I might end up keeping him in the end because he's not worth a whole bunch right now. And I don't know, I feel like there's no point in selling him. Inform Lala, he's going to go. Mendy's going to go. And that might be it from that. Yeah, from that team, I'm going to keep everybody else. And then we move over to the Prem team. Rui Patricio is going to go, although again, I think I keep him because he's not worth much at the moment. Ricardo Pereira is gone. Eric Bailly is gone. So is Benjamin Mendy. And I made a slight loss on some of these Prem players. That was just a mistake from my part. Nemanja Matic is going to go, and so is Paulinho, actually. I'm going to get rid of him. And it sort of left me with, like, do I get rid of Talisca? But I feel like he might rise in price a little bit. So I decided that I was going to keep him. And then I'm going to go for this. This is going to be my main one squad. It's like an awesome team. It looks like a bit of a mega squad already, to be fair. And I really like the look of it. And it's actually going to force me to switch formation and try and change my play style a little bit on this game, which I feel like I need to do. So some things have sold. Ben Yedder, I actually profited by like 20k on him, so that was a really, really good buy and sell. We also sold Lala, Matic, Marquinhos, Bailly, and other players there. Paulinho, Ricardo Pereira are yet to sell, but they will sell. And it's time to go out and buy those ones from the concept squad that I didn't yet have in the team. So, we buy Hernandez. He's low rated, but he's tall and he's strong and he's very, very quick. I go out and buy a Fabinho, 62.5k for Fabinho. He's a very popular one. I struggle when I come up against him. Also, bought Firmino, but accidentally bought him in a cam because he was the cheapest on the market. I just sniped it as quick as I could, and that was a mistake. But I had the position modifiers to switch him up, and eventually I'll put a CF to ST on him too in this video at some point. I just probably haven't. I'm not showing you guys right now. Pick up myself an Aurier for 2,500 coins, and there you have it. So this is our squad, and as you can see, I've moved Fabinho to a CM, Firmino up to a striker and stuff, and it's not going to play in this formation right here. I wouldn't really want to go with Eriksen at central defensive midfield, but you can pause this at some point. I've sort of sped it up, but I'm going to be switching to a 4-2-3-1. So that is going to be the new idea, and you can see where everyone's going to be playing in like the super defensive role, the defensive, attacking, and then ultra attacking. This one is the one that I would play on if I'm a couple of goals up. A wide 4-2-3-1, Kondogbia, Fabinho holding, Eriksen in the centre, Firmino up top, with Lucas and Martial out wide. This is my attacking one. This is one that I will go to straight off the bat every single game and hopefully get a couple of goals with. It's like the central 4-2-3-1, so it's got cams instead of wingers, so it should be a little bit more central. Martial and Lucas should support Firmino with Eriksen quite nicely, but it's a little bit wider than a 4-1-2-1-2. And then if we need to, and we really need to go like crazy all-out attack, then this is what I will use. Constant pressure, super crazy formation, 4-2-4, loads of people up top, still with Kondogbia and Fabinho holding in that midfield. So that's the team. What do you guys think? Have we done well by switching it up to just a one squad? And then on the bench, I still have Talisca, Fekir, Rabiot, Depay, like some good players that can come on and actively use them as substitutes and stuff, I hope. Anyway, Paulinho sells, we're back up to 30,000 coins. And it is time to start things off again in Division Rivals, because I know that I'm at 1,381 points. Now, at the time of recording this commentary, it's like 8:30 p.m. On Thursday night, and I need to get this edited and out to you guys and uploaded ready for the Friday video when you're watching this right now. But obviously I have less than 12 hours now to continue trying to get rank points to maybe unlock the weekend league, and if I don't do it before 8 a.m. in the morning, then we're not going to make it into the weekend league. So I'm still unsure. You know, there's still a lot of games I've got to play tonight if I'm going to be able to qualify. If we don't qualify, it isn't the end of the world. We'll be there for next weekend, but I would quite like to try and get in there. So I'll do my very best, but if things don't go my way, if I start losing loads of games and raging, then bear in mind that there may not be weekend league for me this week, well, you know, it's not going to happen every single week, so it's as simple as that. But I'll try my very best, of course I will. Now, I've scored some really nice goals with Eriksen so far in this Road to Glory. And that wasn't one of them. That was actually a horrible goal. But they all count, so it went in the back of the net. I'm not complaining. If it was scored against me, I probably would complain. I hit the post with Martial because that's what happens on FIFA 19. You hit the post a lot, but it falls back to him eventually, and it hits the post again, but this time goes into the back of the net. So I'm 3-1 up at half-time against someone that was holding possession against me really, really well. And it was frustrating, but I was winning, so like, all right. You know, I'm managing to keep him at bay, but he had a net 10% more possession than I do. And that's what winds me up. When I can't play the game that I want to play, that's how I struggle. And he does get back into the game early in the second half. We were able to hold him off. I probably switched back to my like super defensive version and tried my best to hold the ball and stuff, but he still outpossessed me all game long. Pushing up to 1,460 odd foot champs points, so that's good. Getting the win is obviously vital there and really helped. And we shoot from no rank through rank 5, through rank 4, up into rank number 3 straight away. So that's good. And don't forget, we're in Division 4 this week, guys. So things are obviously going to get tougher. The teams are going to get better. We come up against Martial, Champions League, Ousmane Dembele. Oh, and also Mbappe up front too. So I knew this game was going to be tough. I figured off the bat I'll probably lose it. This is more the sort of level of team I figured I'd face in the weekend league if that does happen for us. And it took him 15 minutes to score a goal. So at this point in time, I was 1-0 down, not super confident that we were going to do anything in this game. Lucas, Berber spins inside, plays it to Ericsson, and I do another one of those goals where I flick it up and volley. And whilst they're here and whilst they're working, I'm obviously going to do them, but I don't know if they'll be in the game for that much longer because they are crazy, crazy good. And then once again, well, I can see the kickoff goal. He literally runs down the other end and scores with Mbappe. I'm struggling when it comes to them running down the wing, cutting inside into my box, because when I make the challenge, I give a penalty away. But when I don't make the challenge, the ball goes straight to the striker or the attacker and he scores. So if anyone has any tips on how to maybe defend out wide when they're cutting into the box, that'd be greatly appreciated. But I heel click and roulette past someone here and score a nice goal with Bobby in the 71st, 72nd minute. So we actually equalise on this guy, and I honestly thought I was going to lose heavily as well. So this would be a good game. If I could get a draw from this, I'd actually be quite happy. But I play it out wide to Martial. I spot people in the box. It wasn't Fabinho that I was aiming for, but he hits me with a Paolo Di Canio volley from the edge of the box. It shouldn't happen, should it? It really shouldn't, especially with 69 shooting. But I'll take it. So we were actually winning the game, and then we somehow go up the other end and score once again in the 87th minute. So in a game I thought I was probably going to get done about 5-0. I ended up winning 4-2, so super positive result there, especially as we are going up in skill rating and teams are starting to get really tough. I think we've already found my level. It's nice that we've pushed through. We're now under 500 points away from the weekend league at this stage, so this is where I'm at right now. This is, as I finish editing this video, this is where I'm at right now. About 500 points to get, and it's getting kind of late, so I'll try my very best. We'll see what happens. You can see the stats of the players that I've currently got in the team right now. A great start from Ericsson contribution-wise. Fabinho's got a goal. Not the brightest of starts for Lucas, but I've actually been really enjoying him. And then loads of assists and stuff for Martial. Bobby started good with 2 goals in 2 games as well. So, yeah, team's looking great. We're on that one-team grind now, and we'll see where we get, shall we? But it's been a really long episode of The Road to Glory that's taken a couple days to make. So if you guys would do me a favour, smash that thumbs up. That would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a lovely day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.